who has since lost the belts as well. Round number 3 just underway. Quickly, Andre, your thoughts on MX gloves for Deontay Wilder?
Listen, the difference in the gloves in the first couple of fights where Deontay had on gloves that had complete foam, and Tyson Fury had on gloves that were part foam and part horsehair. That's why everybody
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let me tell you, those gloves are small when it comes to heavyweights because, you know, us heavyweights have big hands, and it's hard to really put our whole
Here's the
hand
punter,
in there.
Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. To return is Jadon Mickens. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
I mean, once the puncher's glove, he's got it now. That wasn't on his original list, Andre. That's
which is surprising. I don't understand that. Like, I can understand that maybe get by after the second fight, but once there was the big controversy, it should have been rectified leading into this fight. So I'm really surprised that it was a last-minute deal.
And look, in the culture of boxing, accusing your opponent of having loaded gloves, that's a serious accusation. There's life and death in there. We've seen that even in recent years, and it goes back to decades. People got to prison for manipulating the gloves. Final minute here, round number 4.
What?
You got the fight?
Oh, what's up? No. I'm at the house. I ain't know who the fuck Alex Love was, nigga. Your phone popped up Alex Love. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Man, whatever, nigga. That shit, I don't know that nigga.
You don't know Coop?
No, but man, me and my girl about to watch the fight and go get something to eat though. Yeah. Nigga, hit me up tomorrow.
And I think J-Rock needs to still be moving on his feet and showing angles. And then as he lets Hernandez miss the fight, you know, he's got to come back with his own punches.
Always throwing combinations, straight right hand. That has been the money shot for Julian Williams. 3 rounds here in Las Vegas. The former champ looks pretty good.
You know, a lot of people ask me, when I pulled down the rim, was intentional? Answer is hell yes.
What made Dennis Rodman?
There are superstars, and then there was Bo Jackson.
The only way you can dope and be honest is if nobody ever asks you.
This could be the biggest upset in sports.
Back inside the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas on this undercard of Fury Wilder 3. And we have Julian Williams against Vladimir Hernandez in the ring right now. I spoke with cutman Ervi Estrada after the first round. When the cut happened, he said, shouldn't be a big deal. His tone changed after the second round. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if the commission stepped in at some point because the cut continues to get bigger because Julian Williams continues to land his right hand on that eye. Bernardo, thank you. You can see him landing as well. And he's landing with I thought, oh, he's landing with the right hand. He's landing with everything.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago.
And sometimes you get this with an orthodox and a southpaw. They get their feet mixed up for some reason, and this is what happens.
By the way, Hernandez, you talk about, you know, a warrior. This guy who mentions he's put in with Alfredo and Gooooo as well, past his prime, of course. But 2 of his other losses come against Israel Petrimov in his pro debut, and then Suleiman Sissoko, who's now 14-0. Those are quality opponents. He has put in Andre tough every time.
Yeah, Vladimir Hernandez is a tough cookie, and he's earned that.
Hello?
Because he's brought tough competition.
Hey, what's up?
I'm on my way.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
I'll see you when you get here.
All right.
He's just not taking a back step. It's not deterring him, and I'm going to say it Julian Williams needs to go to the body. I think I've seen him throw maybe 2 body shots this whole fight.
So he's also fighting right in front of him, electing to trade. I don't know if that's a good idea. Power shots, Williams has an advantage, 51-39. Trying to get those body shot numbers in there as well. I mean, you see the punches landed and thrown body shots. There we go, 12-9. So Williams not going there an awful lot. But also, standing in front of Hernandez, Lennox doesn't seem like a good idea, right?
No, he's got to move. He's got to keep Hernandez guessing. He's got to give different angles. And, you know, he's showing me that he doesn't want to really use too much energy right now, but he's allowing Hernandez to really make him work.
That's a good uppercut by Hernandez, too.
So sometimes he's got to hold in and push him back.
And you see Williams fights very well going back. He can step back on that right foot and fire off a right hand. We'll be talking about that through the night. Deontay Wilder does not fight well moving backwards, and Fury drove him back consistently in that second fight.
Even though Hernandez is taking a lot of headshots, I like what he's doing. He'll take the headshot and he'll shoot the body shot to Julian Williams' body right where he is, just like that. And those body shots are going to start to add up.
You know, Andre, you can speak to this. I mean, 10 rounds is a long time. It looks like Williams. Oh, Williams is going to beat this guy now. 10 rounds is a long time.
It's forever.
There's a lot of time in there. Vladimir Hernandez can just do his thing, go to work, and hope to win a battle of attrition. As Williams is found his own.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel.
Vladimir Hernandez, he is cut, he's been hurt, he's been rocked, but he is in this fight.
Is Viviro produced with slave labor?
When Yana becomes paradise, my methods, no one will care.
A revolution is not won by the fearless.
It's won by the feared.
But I promise you one thing. I will be feared.
Buy it now, or else. Rated M for mature.
Play it on the all-new Xbox.
The Bundesliga, star power, action, goals, now on ESPN Plus.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bradley Pinion has it teed up, and here we go with two of the most exciting offenses around as the Bucs visit Baltimore. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This round is a good round for Julian Williams because he just hit him with 3 great punches. You can see the sweat come off of Hernandez's face, and he just can't get out of the way.
I can see the mental battle that Williams is having with himself right now. This is a round that he's been stopped in 2 of his losses, and he's in a tough fight right now, and it's not a foregone conclusion, clearly, that he's going to win this fight.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This could be a long night. This guy's not going away. I was able to drive him back early, and I'm not driving him back as much now. Larry Hazard is with us throughout the evening. Larry, how do you have it scored so far?
Well, guys, right now, I got Williams ahead.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
This guy's taking those headshots, and you know, you chop a tree down, you start from the bottom and go up. But I think he's finding so much success with these headshots that, you know, his game plan, I think he should go down to the
Now a
bottom.
handoff for Dobbins.
I got him pitching the
A
shutout.
gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
This is dangerous when he plants his feet and whip those body shots inside.
Look down, bring his eyes down and pull it.
Final seconds. Round number 5.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
For a second time around, come for more than the game.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
That's why I gave you that whip around shot, so you don't have to bring your head all the way down there. Just whip it and just touch the liver. It don't got to be perfect.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Until that electricity come back and you start snapping it. You hear me?
Now Jackson.
Nice and calm. Line your hands over his head.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
It only works when you're going downstairs. So when you look downstairs, you're going back there and you can go up top. But that's what you're in when you
from down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And yet, something Lennox you said earlier, that you have Williams with a beautiful tight right hand.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I did say they got to watch out for each other's heads.
There it is.
Jackson
is going to try to get on Williams.
He'll buy some time right.
Moving again. The first cut move from
he opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense to have to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
With Julian Williams, that would be anybody facing.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Combination, finishing that with a nice uppercut as well. He is hitting Hernandez with everything. And yet, Hernandez comes back, drives him back into the corner.
Williams needs to stay out of the corner and off the ropes. If he's
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Broke the super middleweight record against Alfredo and Gooooo, 2,100.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Record in your division, Andre. Where are you? Come on. It's a little disappointing.
Brady now to throw.
Final seconds.
First hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito, and I'm preparing to bring you my most monstrous.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I now face someone entirely new. You lying now for us. Waiting for a shoot.
To throw, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back in Las Vegas, all these fights, all
Brady gives this one off to Jones. Oh, a heck of a move. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Yes. Got everybody in around 7 here. By the way, Edgar Berlanga is coming up next. Andre, you got a steady diet of this kid. But we haven't called one of his fights yet. I'm excited.
Very excited about it.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Julian Williams, again, is a higher level fighter. He's a former world champion. He's only recently been to pro. He's 32.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Punches to the body and to the head because again he's starting to get to Julian Williams just a little bit.
Tries with a wild left hand. Williams able to move his head now and avoid that combination. It was slip from that uppercut as well, but now they do a little leg fighting. Figure that would favor Vladimir Hernandez. The punches landed right there. It's not right.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Just about every single round, if not all of them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Oh. Julian Williams can fight inside. He's a good inside fighter. He's well schooled. He just hasn't applied it here tonight in this fight.
Just wax one off the belt. Final 30 seconds, round number 7.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
Short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
1 or 2 rounds, but I think that right now, Julian has his hand full, and he should be able to strike his own.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Great cat body puncher, and I'm looking forward to seeing him take the next step.
Okay, let's quickly send you back to the boys' ringside.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. I like that. Which said more resistance than he needs. I have plenty of days like that, Lennox. There's more resistance than I need.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
A job about Frank Sanchez, 18-0, 15-0. They're both in their mid-20s.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Overripe or it never happens. Now they're fighting at their, as they're just starting to be.
It reminds me of the night of the young heavyweights. This is the night of the young heavyweights. Those are young heavyweights and their future.
Hellenius and Kovnatski was an incredible upset. Hellenius knocking out Kovnatski, who was unbeaten and was looking for a title shot right after that. And Jared Anderson, 9-0, 9 knockouts, 21 years old. All the heavyweights coming up on the pay-per-view here. Round number 8, scheduled for 10. And again, J-Rock, Julian Williams in the silver and red. Vladimir Hernandez in the blue.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
Williams get away. Let's go back to Larry Hazard. Larry, how do you have it scored right now?
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
You know, that relentless pressure is beginning to pay off, and I agree with Andre. I still think that Williams needs to go down to the body to slow this guy down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
That seems to be coming on a little bit.
Interesting. Larry, thank you so much. 6 and 7. By the way, you see the highlighted round, 6th round? That's Larry pointing out that is a close round. A judge could reasonably have it the other way. You could swing it either way.
Jackson will throw again.
Learn that in boxing, but that's interesting.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Take a look at him. Maybe have the doctor come over.
To throw is Jackson.
It's bad.
Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he told me, look, the cut man's doing a great job because he goes out there and he doesn't bleed until he gets hit on it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
That's when the doctor will step in and the referee will have him come up.
To throw again is Jackson.
Bernardo, good job. I saw Bernardo kind of like hovering nearby, kind of like Vladimir Hernandez. Just hitting people's chest. I knew Bernardo had something over there. Good job. Because the bleeding doesn't look like, wow, that's bad. He can't see. He is blinking. Clearly, it's an impediment, but not quite enough to stop this fight.
I think J-Rock should do a lot more rolling and coming back.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Look at this.
Picked up by Levante David. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway.
While I confronted some
Jadon Mickens now from his end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Play it on the all-new Xbox.
The fellas are packed and ready to break down some football. They're going to want to throw the ball like crazy. It's what they do.
These guys are physical enough to play with anybody in the country.
I'm thinking they can shock the world.
We got a full slate for you. Let's waste no time. Let's get right to it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
He does not tire. He does not step back, and he's still landing shots.
Yeah, I mean, J-Rock has to show composure right now. He's looking a bit
Again to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
I'm just not sure why Williams, that wasn't a reminder for him to go down to the body, because believe it or not, fighters forget sometimes to go to the body, but when you're being hit to the body, that's a reminder to get there.
Regs is outlanding Williams by a wide margin now in this round.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he's brought down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0.
And the mid-season pressure is ready to begin. We waited for this. Are you ready?
Be an animal right now, dog. Hey, when you get free, give me a deep breath. Give me a deep breath.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Redman did not like the body language that Julian Williams was showing in there, meaning he looked a little
The
gassed.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right here, it just slipped. His legs are not what they're supposed to be. Even if you're fatigued, you still want to have your legs under you. Williams doesn't have that. Hernandez knows it, and he's trying to close the show.
It'll be a nice slick hand there by Hernandez. It could be a matter of, does Williams have enough rounds in the bank?
And Williams is trying to stay close to him so he doesn't get hit too much.
Jackson now.
He doesn't have the energy too young.
Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch at a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Williams is doing a smart thing, too. He's throwing his punch, and he's falling.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Judge maybe swing one of those early rounds. It's possible that you can get into the territory where Hernandez has a chance on the cards. Second half of the
Here's Jackson. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Obviously different.
2nd and 10.
30 seconds coming up.
See that punch right there that got blocked by Hernandez, and he just...
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. You noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Back in the last round, you got to work hard and try.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Exciting fight. Hard fight, first of 6 tonight.
Now it's Jackson.
Las Vegas will have the decision when we return.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You're good at basement basketball.
Now Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm on my way. Do you need me to stop and get anything?
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
You got like one mic
and they'll be
so.
disappointed to have to burn one there after giving
you got
up
like
the
one
first down.
mics here. So if you want to stop and get you something to drink, you can.
That's all right.
All right.
Do you need anything else?
No, we'll go to the grocery store after we leave here. Isn't Myers 24 hours? I thought it said it was.
Say what?
Isn't Myers 24 hours? I thought it said it was.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
I think I seen a sign when we went there.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I know it's a Walmart on 96th Street. That's 24 hours ago. Yeah, just check.
Okay, baby.
I'll see you when you get here.
All right.
Love you.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Adafe Owe. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Brady to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me.
This is not like, oh, that guy did not earn it. No, he earned it, but that's a stunning loss
of the game.
To Julian Williams.
Shut down the
We're getting ready for the heavyweight championship of the world later tonight here in Las Vegas. Will Deontay
this type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito, And I'm preparing to bring you my most monstrous villain yet.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best dark crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Or else. Rated M for mature. Play on all new graphics.
There's no better feeling than a win. Except to BetMGM win. Goodbye. Woo! That one hurt good. You feel that? Yeah! Now you're winning with the king of sports books. Come on.
I'm originally from Hawaii, but I moved to Wisconsin just last year. I decided to get a bike because the car was too expensive. We both work at Chick-fil-A. She would bike to work every day. And then winter hit, and that was pretty rough. So there was a holiday raffle, and they were giving away a car there. Her name got called, and I was like, she decided to give the car to me. Chick-fil-A feels like one big family. Helping you or just like any of my coworkers always brings joy. It's crazy to say that I gave my best friend a car.
Crisis can happen unexpectedly to anyone. And though it may seem like a small barrier, a simple lock puts space between the thought and the trigger. Learn how securing your guns can help prevent suicide.
With over 200 flavor notes to discover, every sip of Woodford Reserve Bourbon is a spectacle for the senses.
Discover the unbelievable true story that is now the cinematic event of the year. Matt Damon, Adam Driver, Jodie Comer, and Ben Affleck.
I am telling the truth.
The Last Duel, rated R. It's right in front of you. Good to show you.
The fellas are primed and ready to break down some football. They're going to want to throw the ball like crazy. It's what they do.
These guys are physical enough to play with anybody in the country.
I'm thinking they can shock the world. We got a full slate for you. Let's waste no time. Let's get right to it. I know you guys have been looking at that monitor over there. Don't break that to film.
You talk about playmakers, he is something else.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Lineal champ. I mean, Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. He was the champion. Then he went away. In his absence, a consensus formed around Anthony Joshua. That consensus belt, whatever that is, I don't care about the WB, whatever. They have no legitimacy or authority there.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
What a paper trail for me. The fighter who wins
2nd down and 7.
is the best fighter in the heavyweight division in the world. Why? Because these guys right here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
These guys right here are the two.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
In Far Cry 6. Do you know you're taking on
Jones again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Welcome to the Eat Fresh, Read Fresh. There's so much new, some say it can't fit in one egg.
Rodgers will throw for
it. We're talking new All-American club.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
I can make an indoorsy person outdoorsy.
I can turn anyone.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
I am a Bravo host.
Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Experience your food just like the rest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll look to run with Dillon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this time he is in. A.J. Dillon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
He has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Marcel Esteban El Terrible Cossere.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
A spectacular record of 17 wins, no losses, with 16 first-round knockouts. Winning coming by way of knockout.
16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Robert Hoyle.
Now Brady. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Brady now on first down. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
You know that's going to be tough getting off, right? Wear a t-shirt into the ring. Look at this, 16 consecutive knockouts.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now Brady again. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I was actually surprised he said he throws an up jab. Not many guys throw up jabs.
What's the up jab?
Up jab is like really a jab.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And when you throw it, the guy's surprised by it. Now you throw an up jab.
Oh, yeah, my jab was different, though. I started low. I had it by my
out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
He just has to continue to develop as a fighter and show the world that, yes, I can knock you out, but I can also box your ears off, and I'm more than just that.
Well, you can see he's able to put together his combinations. He just has incredible leverage.
Brady.
Cartoonish power.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still from the script that they prepared for this game? Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Anton Castillo in Far Cry 6. Do you know what you're getting into? Taking on
throwing again on second down. Brady. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy.
No, I'm playing one game. I'm done.
Good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Oh, Jayla, she okay?
Yeah, she's good.
You can bring that chair in here if you want to.
Jones.
It's right there. I didn't clean it, so
the
she'll
big
be
D
right on.
tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Yeah,
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. Going for it all. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his right. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
This time they stay on the ground. And some space here. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again.
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Are you sure?
Somebody has to look out for the people who work in the factories at Amazon, who works the graveyard shift.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Oh, my God.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Oh, you fucking good, man. God damn it, man.
4 yards remain for second down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 9. Hey, check.
Again, it's Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, that sucks. I'll look at target.
Wait, that 380. 44 is the mic. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Bo's the mic. Mike's Bo. So we got man.
I bet everything called it fucking 12 or 10.
Check. Crunch.
The give is to Jones. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in this. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Brady's throw there complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 21. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the score. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
You got chocolate at home. You got hot dogs at home.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Some ground beef, pack of ribs, and some baked beans. Everything else you got macaroni at home.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. There he goes, right side. The 20. 10, touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling 79 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Jones shedding through the defense. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Forced out to his left. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he's going to have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Come on.